Okay. I actually saw the episode on SmackDown. I guess you consider the main event about Cody's decision. I actually saw that. And to be honest with you, I'm okay with it. Because, like I said in my previous video, it doesn't make any sense to blow all that money away on Elimination Chamber, which is not even a Big Four pay-per-view. And especially the fact that it's overseas. Nothing against the overseas shows. But the thing is, they're going to get pops. They're going to get a good crowd reaction because they don't come over there that often. It's going to happen, regardless. But to be honest with you, yeah, maybe the traditionalist in me is saying it should be at WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is one of the biggest shows that the company's ever put out. It's internationally known. People overseas come here to see it live. That's how big it is. Things might have changed since COVID, but the fact is, it's still one of the biggest shows. And from what I'm hearing, this is The Rock's last run. He's probably not going to wrestle again after this. So does it make any sense for him to do it over there? No. And people really do need to stop saying it needs to be done in Elimination Chamber. Stop. Please stop saying that. Because somebody as big as The Rock should not have a blow-off match. That's just my opinion on that. It should not be a blow-off match at all. You have the OG Tribal Chief versus the modern Tribal Chief. And people are saying it shouldn't be for the belt. Okay, what does a Tribal Chief have that is more important than the actual bloodline? The title. That's what makes him the Tribal Chief. If you take that away, he won't be the Chief anymore. Now, as for Cody's speech that he had during his promo, to be honest with you, I get why people are upset about that because of how it was done. There could have been so many ways that it could have been done to where it would make sense. The fact that he will call out that Roman Reigns had more help throughout his entire career, even as a Tribal Chief, nobody called that out. The fact that Solo Sikoa interfered in his matches multiple times, that wasn't called out. The fact that Jimmy and even the wise man himself, Paul Heyman, has interfered, that wasn't called out. There has been so many routes and ways to go around this to make it better that it just wasn't done properly. And I understand when people are upset about that. I get it. But let's be honest. Cody Rhodes, even though I am not a fan of the guy, Cody Rhodes has been in really good storylines that has literally either put people in tears, just created tears coming out of the fans' eyes, whether it's fans or whether it's casuals. He has been in storylines that had meant something. He has been in storylines that has tugged on your heartstrings. This guy knows how to tell a story. He knows how to be a part of it. He knows how to execute it. But I will say this. He booked himself into a corner at AEW when he said that he will no longer challenge for the title if Jericho wins it. He booked himself into a corner there. But either or, the stories he has been in over the years has been really good. Has been emotion-provoking storylines. The biggest one he has been in that I remember, and I did a review on this, and I will try to put this up at the end of this video. The actual storyline that I remember that really, when it was all said and done, brought me to tears was a storyline that he had with his brother and his father, as well as himself, fighting for their jobs. That was a very powerful storyline to me when I watched it, and when it was over, I actually teared up a little bit. I usually don't. The last time that I teared up was for DIY. When DIY beat the Revival. That's the last time I actually had tears in my eyes to the point where I almost cried. He has been in very good storylines. He's an amazing storyteller. And fans of his would know this. So what are you worried about? Yes, it looks like he took a step down for The Rock. That's how it was set up. It was set up poorly. I admit that. But the guy, with all the campaigning that he has done, with the decision he made to leave AEW, do you really think he's going to walk away from all that? This is just my own personal prediction here. I honestly believe that Cody Rhodes is going to swerve everybody. He's going to swerve the fans. He's going to swerve the wrestling journalists. He's going to swerve everybody Nobody is going to know exactly what he's going to do next leading on up to WrestleMania, and it's going to be dropped a week before. He's been in very tear-jerking, emotionally provoking storylines in the past. I don't think that's going to change now. And honestly, you don't think The Rock knows he's going to become a villain after this? You don't think The Rock has been paying attention? The guy is a very, very shrewd businessman, and he still loves the business. He probably still watches here and there. I wouldn't be shocked if he's aware of what's going on. He knows that this is going to make him a villain. And the fact that you're seeing all these videos saying that The Rock has screwed the people, no, he hasn't. This is something that's going to lead up to that. The whole Vince scandal ruined every inch of WWE. They are doing their best to not have their brand destroyed because of the taint that Vince has put on the company. They are trying to make it better. They are trying to go in a direction to where people won't pay attention to that anymore. Do you honestly think that they are going to make WrestleMania fail by taking out one of the people that everybody's behind? And not to mention, like I said in my last video, they are advertising complete your story. It's time to finish your story for the 2K game. That's part of their marketing. Why in the world are they going to completely negate on that just to have The Rock there when they're literally using Cody Rhodes and his entire storyline as a promotion tool for a video game? They're using it as a promotion tool for merch. Why would they change that narrative around? That could lose them money. That makes no sense. That's why I'm not concerned. But like I said in many videos before, I am not a fan of Cody Rhodes. That's why it doesn't faze me as much. But I'm not a fool. I know this guy really does know how to tell a story. He knows how to execute it. He knows how to do what. I may not agree on how it's done, but the guy knows how to do it. He knows how to do it. And fans of him would know this and would not be worried at all. I know I'm not. It's going to probably be one of the biggest swerves of the century. Well, not the century, but pretty much one of the biggest swerves of the company, at least in 2024 so far. So I'm not worried about any of this. And no, The Rock did not ruin anything. And I would say the one thing that The Rock did ruin is not the people, but for WrestleMania 27, he ruined The Miz. He made The Miz a third wheel in his own main event just to promote WrestleMania 28. I will say that. He did ruin The Miz because the poor Miz, that was the first time he ever main event WrestleMania, and he pretty much took that away from him. I will say that about The Rock ruining anything. But as for this storyline, no. And as for I've already made my whole thing about Roman Reigns not being a GOAT, and I'm not really getting into that. But let's just say that it's going to end up being the direction that a lot of people have been upset about. They're saying they should go in this direction or that. I'm not really so much upset about, but the fact is it's going to go in a direction that a lot of people have predicted. And I watched Chisel Adonis's video, and he said the exact same thing that I believe that they're going to go into. And he's saying that if y'all just go watch his video, if y'all want to see that. There are some things that I hear him on. There's some things I disagree on. And most of the time I disagree on that. There's really no point in getting mad, because they're going to make a triple threat match, y'all. Because they're really promoting everything around Cody, because Cody is the go-to babyface right now. He is a guy that's kissing the foreheads of babies. He is a guy that's going to going to a person's wedding that he don't know. He's a guy that's giving away stuff. He is the go-to wrestling babyface of WWE. Why in the world would they go out of their way to lose more money in promotion, more money in merch to destroy that? More than likely down the line, probably a week before, right after the Elimination Chamber is over, they are going to put him in a triple threat match with The Rock as well as Roman for that title. And we know who's going to win. It's going to probably be the most predictable match in history, but it's going to be over. The story is going to end. It's going to be over and we will move on. And that's what I want. Because honestly, the WWE, TKO, Endeavor needs to go in another direction. They do not need to stay where they are. They need to switch it up and go in another direction and do so. They really need to do it now because Vince screwed everything up. And honestly, it's not really so much the fact that Vince's controversy screwed everything up. It's the fact that Punk got injured. When Punk got injured, that really threw a wrench in things because they were planning on Punk to go against Seth. And I was fine with that too. But I think, and I can't remember, maybe it was Dolph Ziggler's brother that actually did put it on social media that you better use him while you can because he's falling apart. Which is true. The guy has gotten injured more times than I can count. He was even injured in AEW before he left. The fact is that Punk is no longer available because of his injury. So they have to find a way to switch it up. In my humble opinion, it should be Drew. Because they kind of set up Drew to go against him. Then they changed their mind about that. Then they set up Gunther to go against him. Then they changed their mind about that. Now they're talking about Cody. Now, that's a whole nother video in itself, and I'm not going to dive too much into it. But I'm just going to say this. The Rock hasn't ruined anything for the people. The Rock knows exactly what's going to be happening. He knows the response. He knows people are going to be pissed off. He knows people are going to try to cancel him, try to cancel the show like they always do these days. But here's the thing. The Rock is aware of the fans' feelings. There is no way on this planet that he is going to ruin WrestleMania. The same thing with Cody. Again, I'm not a big fan of Cody, but he loves this business. He absolutely loves this business. He wants to make sure that the business goes right. It's going to build up to be a triple threat match. Himself versus Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the undisputed Universal Championship. And we know who's going to come out as a clear winner. Everyone's going to go home happy. It's going to be a feel-good moment. It's not going to be like WrestleMania 39, which in my opinion, they should have did it there instead of now. They have no choice but to do it now. Cody has no choice but to win. Because number one, they're advertising it to the moon for their video game. And number two, it's going to go stale after this. If Cody doesn't win, no one's going to care. No one is going to care. He's going to probably lose a few fans. They're going to be turned off by this. They're going to be very pissed off with the product if he does not win. They have no choice. They back themselves against the wall by not executing this at WrestleMania 39. He has no choice but to win. Hence why they're going to do a triple threat match for the undisputed Universal Championship with Cody being the winner. So guys, you really don't have anything to worry about. You don't have anything to be upset about. They're going to lose a crap ton of money if Cody does not win or is not involved at all, and they're aware of this. So y'all don't have anything to worry about. But anyway, guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this. Leave your comments in the comment section below about how you feel about The Rock showing up and possibly being in the main event. Do you think it's going to be a triple threat match? Do you think it's not? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like what I do, by all means subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.